I want to introduce y'all to Megan West, and she is doing exceptionally well from focusing on referrals, Heatseeker, and just cold calling kind of with the Plan B script. Just the other day, you did 9 dials, 7 conversations, 6 appointments.
Yeah.
80% show rate. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. So, it's funny because a lot of it is mindset, right? You step into this role, and even if you were really successful as an agent, it feels like you're brand new again. And I don't know why I was intimidated to call these agents. I built a big real estate business, and I just felt like I didn't have the validation or, didn't know what I was going to say to them. So I'm in bold right now with my agents, and it's very much just like how they say they're home, they're happy, and they want to talk to me. People are answering their phones. So instead of hiding behind text messages and emails, I'm just going through it and, pulled the Heatseeker list. So I'll kind of dive into that strategy first and then tell you about some of the other things.
Perfect.
So with the Heatseeker list, I went through and I sorted it. And I looked at everybody's primary service area. And so I just selected the people and added a tag call list to 100 names of people that are doing business in and around my office, regardless of where they are physically living or located. So I created a list of 100 producing agents, R1s, R2s, but they're all producers. And some days I just focus on the R2s, so I'll filter it with an additional tag. And basically I call them and I say, hey, this is Megan West with Keller Williams. How are you? Great job. I see you're crushing it in the business. I'm just reaching out today to see if you are open to having a conversation about opportunity. So that either goes one of two ways, right? They're either like, yeah, I'm open, or they say, no, I'm not interested. And then if they're not interested, I say, okay, well, does it at least make sense for us to meet? I'd love to be your plan B should anything ever change in your business. And at that point, sometimes more of them will say, well, I guess you're right. Like, it doesn't hurt to at least meet and talk about it. And if I still get a no there, then I just ask them, like, would you at least consider reviewing a proposal from me? And sometimes that will help them. Now, if it get 3 no's, no problem. Some people will say, like, would you be offended if I follow up with you in the future? Sometimes I use that. Sometimes I just keep it in mind and I'll invite them to a great class or an event or something else. But yeah, it's been really fun to get some of that traction. And I'm kind of surprised how many people are open to having the conversation, even this time of the year, which is perfect, right? Because if they get started now, we can get all their systems and everything set up. So they're hitting the ground running for 2024 for their business.
Well, and 2 things I want to back up on. First, you made the call, right? You got out of text and email and you went for it.
Yeah.
Second is you actually prepared yourself for 3 asks. So you got through a couple no's, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that is fantastic. So phenomenal appointment setting and phenomenal show rate because they're finding value in what you're having to offer. So to back it up, how much of your success would you say is just referred or cold calling? Is it Heatseeker? Is it referrals? Tell us about what you're winning with.
So I think the referrals, what's really cool is when one of my agents refers somebody to me, it might just even be somebody they see either on social media. They might not even be really in that deep of a relationship with them. But when I can say, oh, Stephanie told me that you're just absolutely killing it, or, one of my agents pointed out your social media or whatever it is, so that I can kind of make a warm connection. Like, oh, we know the same people.
We got friends. We got friends, right? Yeah.
Also having a lot of success with when I'm bringing over producing agents, we help them get all set up and onboarded. And then I have a list of all the agents at their previous company. And so we have a candid conversation. One, I'm totally committed to helping them build their profit share. And I want to know, who did they leave behind that could also use this kind of support, technology, this help with their business. And also I want to know, because I'm going to call them either way, right? And I also want to know, who probably isn't the right fit for our company. And that's okay too.
Right.
So it's been really cool to get some referrals from them. And then calling those agents, and they love the people that came to us, right? So those agents are then way more likely to accept at least a meeting with me because they're curious.
Love it. So if you were to be bold and you were to give a challenge to anyone that listens to this, what would your challenge be?
I mean, one, just make the first call, right? And we teach our agents, at least I do, time on task, like that consistency beats natural talent every time. So you have so many tools and resources that you can refer these agents to, and so many people that can help bring them on. So don't be scared of that, and just make the call. Like, don't be scared. We tell our agents that, just make the call. They're home, they're happy, and they're ready to talk to you.
They're home because they're not selling as many houses. They're not happy and they need to talk to you, right?
They absolutely do. They're isolated and they need help. They feel like they're on an island right now.
Well, I love it. Let's see what you can do with it by the end of the year. Awesome.
I'm really
9
excited.
items, 7 convos, 6 appointments. Love it.
Pretty awesome. Thanks so much, Jessica.